Good morning. This is the second of what will be a multi-video series showing the boundaries of our land first, and then I'm going to get on and show some of the other features within the boundaries after that. Might as well point this is the bottom ravine right here. It's nowhere near as big as some of the side ravines that feed it, but this gets quite the raging water in it when you got a big rainstorm. And right next to it is an old logging road, but that goes off of our land right there. This is our land. This is the boundary right here. In the last video, I came down from there. Actually, I came down over that way where it's a little bit easier to get down, but the actual boundary runs right down here, I believe. I got to get this surveyed again, but that's pretty much where it is. So I need to go up and over. This is just a little, I guess they call it a spit. It's a little chunk of land that divides two ravines. So I need to get up and over this, and then I will be down on another logging road, and then we climb up again onto the east ridge, and eventually we will get to our back corner, our furthest corner from the start of the video, the northeast corner. This is some pretty tough walking. We're at about a 45-degree angle coming up through here. And if I wasn't talking to you, we would probably stir up some deer in here. Or who knows what. There's all kinds of stuff. We got bobcats in here. Lots of different animals in here. Not as heavy of a woods in here, but it does have quite a few tall, straight trees. All right, let's press on. I'm going to try to make these a bit shorter. I'll make more of them, and you can watch what you want. That Blackberry Bramble that I'm going through, because a lot of trees fell here in a windstorm a few years back. Created some light on the forest floor, and you get blackberry. See, I absolutely got to get this. That's a shagbark hickory here. Yes, it is. We don't have a whole lot of shagbark. See, I'm zigging and zagging just a bit to take the easiest way. And again, this line right here is not marked, so we really got to get in here and get it marked. I have a Garmin Oh, what the hell is that called? I have a Garmin unit. I don't know what it's called right now. I'll put it on screen. But it's a fairly high-end unit, and it uses 2 satellites. So that actually gets signal in here, which a phone doesn't. So I'm hoping I can use that to find the lot lines, the exact lot lines in here. But they're incredibly difficult to use. The software really blows. It's like antique software. It's not very user-friendly. It's certainly not like a phone app. Okay, you can see this looks different from the last time I came through here. The logs are all a little more decayed, which is to be expected, but that huge rain has caused some pretty heavy water erosion. Whoops. Almost took a header or a digger. Yeah, got quite the mess that way, but that's not the way we're going. We are going up the hill across there. Get around this crap. There's a big grapevine. If I can remember, I'll show you one on the way out that is just gigantic. It's the size of a tree. Okay, our lot line is straight up through there. Oop. You get this camera pointing where. Our lot line is straight up that way, and this corner here is where our lot line, just an imaginary line through the woods, hits a physical fence. So I'm going to see if I can get to that. It's like there's a little trail here, but unless a deer made it, we don't really have a trail through here. This is a logging road. Goes back and meets with all the other logging roads, but it kind of dies out right in here. Got overgrown way long ago. There's quite the jungle in here. I would hate to come through here at night or something. There's just no way you'd get through here. Yeah, this is all brambles right here. I'm going to be bleeding when I get back, I'm sure. At some point coming through here, we have a road. I built a road coming up to the back corner, so we will hit it up here. But I'm sure I'm off track by now. Yeah, here's our road. So I'm off. Oh, I'm only off by a few feet. All right. This is our road. This is new. Down tree. I can't get to the other side here right now, except for walking. That, well, everybody knows what that is. Call this the Cul-De-Sac. Okay, the actual corner, I believe, is right there. That T-post with a little really faded tape on it. But it is that fence, regardless of whether that is the corner or not. There's an old fence post. I did not put that there. That must have rolled down the hill. So once we get to that corner, the one down the hill a little bit, this becomes a new neighbor here. These are pretty nice people. They hunt all this. They got a pretty good sized woods here. And then right through up there is a farm field. I believe it's corn this year, but I would have to double check on that. Another one of our projects is to get this. This has always been designed. We have this like little cul-de-sac here where the tree stand is, to come around the corner here and go along the fence line. We really have no way to maintain the fence the way it is. And you can see, you really got to get in here if you're going to maintain it. I don't really care if it has barbed wire on it or not. Just the posts would be fine with me to mark the boundary. And that's what I'm going to do on the other boundaries. But this back corner, we have a fence running up that way, and then another one running along our lot line going that way. So we do have two barbed wire boundaries. And I don't know if historically, if we maintain them or not, if the person who owns this land maintained them. I don't think so with this one, but I know so with the other one, because he actually came to our door and told us that. But I don't have much of a desire to maintain all this barbed wire for no reason. We don't run cattle in here, and we don't plan to. If we were to start, then maybe then we would maintain the wire. What really matters is that the posts are maintained as a boundary. Otherwise, you're going to be surveying this every damn time you want to harvest lumber or something, or put in a road or whatever, or stop somebody from hunting your land, trespassing, collecting plant species, which we've caught people doing. We've caught people on our trail cams stealing ginseng. It's a white oak right in front of me. Good sized one, not a prairie or a savanna oak, but it is a generic white oak, which they were pretty harvested out on the other side. They're kind of hard to see, but I think this one is too. But the bark on white oaks is white. So if it's an oak and it's that white, chances are pretty good it's a white oak. Look at the barbed wire coming through it goes right through the whole lot of strands. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is brand new. So I am guessing my neighbor's been down here. It's their family farm, but all the kids moved to the city, got degrees, and now they're retiring and coming back and hunting These particular neighbors, they don't live near us. They live, at least a half a mile away. These particular neighbors had sold their land a while back, and when they came back and they rebuilt the family. Well, they tore down the family house, built a nice new house in the place it stood, and they bought back this pretty good sized chunk of land from whoever they sold it to. At least that's my understanding. Yeah, you got some nice trees back here. This one's dead. Right in front of me. I believe it's dead, but the one behind it is a nice big oak. There is a ton of oak on this side. This side has a lot better forest. It's still fairly young because it was logged out pretty well, but it is coming back. It should be thinned. Some of this maple should be taken out. We talked with a forester a while back, and he described how when they reach a certain diameter at breast height, right about here, I think it's 6 to 8 inches at breast height, that's when you get in and you thin out the undesirables. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this little flag right here, that was our old lot line. That was the old far side of our lot. So this would be it if I was making this film a few years back. This is where I would stop and head back. But we purchased 2 more lots going that way, and it made a huge difference. Our old property was maybe 300 and some odd feet wide. Now it's closer to 1,000, which is room to do stuff. Having a long skinny lot doesn't really, I don't know. It was what we could get. We fell in love with the area, and it was perfect to start with. But the biggest problem was up by the house itself. Neighbors could be right next to us. I mean, right next to us, sitting next to us. All right, we have a deer trail running around that oak right there, running right down through here. I'm just hoping this camera doesn't flip on me. And the fence is real short here. It's got a short post there. I don't know, they ran out of posts or something. But you can see the deer trail. They just do a little hop and go right through. This would be a great place for a deer stand. We have a neighbor right up this way. As soon as we get to the corner, his entire life is about hunting. Again, he moved away, came back, but he didn't replace the family farm or live on it. He lives in the nearby smaller but still good-sized town that has medical facilities and everything. He lives there, but he's at the farm every day. And he very well could be up working on his deer stand today. He's generally not in here this early, but yeah, he moved away because he didn't want to be a tobacco farmer, I bet. Like a lot of the other ones, this was a tobacco area. And now he hunts like crazy. He has a ton of people come up whenever he hunts, and they hunt with walkie-talkies, and yeah, we don't like that much. you know, too much mechanized hunting. They're all on wheelers, and you know, you might as well have drones and lasers. All right. Yeah, I'm walking through some extra thick shit, trying to stay along the fence line. The fence line runs, oh, it kind of meanders in and out of the actual line, but that is, if you have a fence there, that is what your lot line is. It'd be hard to dispute it in court because it's been there for about 100 years. It's called adverse possession. If it's been maintained this way for 100 years, that's the way it is. So courts won't go back and change it. Here's an old fence post, and it was replaced right around it. They just left the old wire on there and everything. This is black locust, I believe. And it probably lasted, you know, 50, 60 years, maybe more. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, lots of wire. Somebody has done work on this fence since we bought the property. This didn't have the extra wires. I'm guessing it is that one owner. Well, it has to be because he's the one who owns the other side, and it wasn't us. Okay, here we are. This is all right, see if I can get this survey marker, which is right down there. That's the corner of a section corner. That's why it's so big. The other corners, they use just an iron rod. Okay, and this is the corner tree. In the old surveys, they'll say, you know, that the land runs from tree A to tree B and describe the tree. You know, I don't know why. I guess that's the only way they really could do it, but this has been used for so long that it's completely girdled. There's just tons of wire going through it all over the place. But this is our corner. And then it goes down that way. You can see there's another split fence rail from the very first fence. This is probably running, yeah, this is running a bit long, so I'm going to have to end it here in the back corner. I can give you a crow fly distance, but I'm not sure if you can actually see that or not. There's a big air gap between us, and then our land is on another ridge on the other side of that air gap. And the other side is higher. This right now I'm probably at a little over 100, maybe 150 feet elevation above that ravine at the bottom, and our house is at the 210 mark, so we're not quite as high up. And I might be wrong on that. This might be a little higher than that, but that's how it rolls. There's a big V going down and then back up, and our house is on the top on the other side. And you got some really nice big oaks on this side. It's a big white oak right here with a shit ton of vines on it. I'm gonna have to come down here take a walk around this with my hatchet and cut some of these vines off before they kill the trees. And like I said, that's another project. We will get a small road through here so we can get the gator through. Okay, that about wraps it up for today. I will start again. I actually brought survey tape to mark wherever I end up so that I could start again at the same place, but the corner survey marker is pretty damn obvious. Until next time, hit the subscribe button and then click on the update bell and you'll receive notices when we upload our new videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.